All right, everybody, we're gonna get started tonight. Tonight is sort of a impromptu type thing. I know you guys wanted to get away for the holidays, but I wouldn't let y'all get away. You know, I figure, we need to get something going on here, a little training on something. Y'all trying to slip away. Because Thanksgiving coming, I told you, I don't do holidays. All I do is closings. You know what I mean? The camera's rolling, and I got something that I'm going to
I'm gonna get one because I'm. Okay. Thank you.
Feel free to get some pumpkin pie. I mean, sweet potato pie.
You better.
We have a new prospective agent in the house tonight. Her name is
Amy Smalls?
Amy
Smalls.
Small. Give her a applause coming out.
Yes.
She knows Richie. Oh, Jennifer in the house. How you doing? We got pizza up there. Everybody, we got 2 raffles tonight. They both angle $50 on you. Hey, Andrew.
No. Hello.
I'm gonna give y'all. I shouldn't give y'all this. I'm gonna read you. Y'all like the.
Hello.
No. I'll give you a copy after I get done reading. Y'all don't pay attention. Okay. Just one side. Just one side. Yeah, one side. Man, you lost that many times. You don't know what the winning ticket look like? Yeah, I'm telling you. And I'm going to talk to you guys about something tonight. I don't know. Did I go over making the tough calls before?
No.
Cover it a little bit. Kim, check the camera, okay? Make sure the camera's good.
Yes.
Well, you said it last time, and then take it. And every once in a while, I get a little panoramic view. Okay, and I didn't plan on keeping y'all late night, but I'm glad to see so many of y'all out tonight. It's a beautiful day. Mr. Allen Lanier, Team Happy Vice President, CEO. But tonight I'm going to go over something you guys call making the tough call. All right? Making the tough calls. In this business, you have to be willing to, make tough phone calls. And if you're unable or unwilling to learn what it takes to strengthen yourself, to make phone calls that may not always be the easy thing to do, but as a business person and as a sales, one ticket each. What is Goodman doing?
52.
What is my damn business?
No, I was doing it backwards.
What's up, buddy? Come on, sit down, man. So in this business, making the
Yeah, you don't need that.
tough phone calls.
Because you're going to be here when he draws it.
You do? Okay. Oh yeah, that girl can't look at that phone call. Goodman, you back in the camera, man.
Oh, sorry.
So tonight I want to talk to y'all about making tough phone calls. You guys are agents, and you selling real estate. But a lot of y'all are kind of scary about a lot of things. Yeah, man, you on the stage. You guys you get on stage, please. New agents, I want to be on stage. Ain't so how's the person y'all in front of them camera? But anyway, tough phone calls. As a matter of fact, I have you guys know I told you about this little patent I'm working on, right? All right, so I'm doing a patent search right now. I might be a millionaire in a couple of weeks. Well, I'm sort of already. But anyway, what is it when you do it over and over again? What's it called? I'm trying to give me $100 this weekend, $100 back. I tried to give her $300 to give me $100 back. Anyway, so this is making the tough phone call. Seriously. Now, making tough phone calls. You guys are agents. You have clients and situations where you think you come into this business and everything's gonna be easy for you. You think that every call is gonna be simple to make. But some calls we have to make in order to keep transactions going, to find out where buyers and sellers actually are, and you gotta be willing to make these phone calls. All right, so I'm gonna read this piece. I wrote this a few weeks ago. I never got a chance to get it. I will give you guys a copy, but y'all always like to read ahead. So what should I do, Mr. Lynette? Okay, y'all listen up. Making the tough calls, and I'm going to break it down a little bit as I go through. One of the most important requirements, if not the most important, in becoming a competent, there's some words you got to clear in each one of these things. You don't understand these words like anything else, you cannot understand the message. You know, a lot of y'all don't like to do a lot of reading, but you need to start reading a little bit of everything. If you don't read, your clients will know you're not a reader. They're going to be like, well, I got this dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? You from the other words like what? They be like, dang, you got a license for real? All right, so clear these words. One of the most important requirements. You guys know what a requirement is. That is something that you have to be able to do to be in this business. You cannot get away from some of these necessary requirements to be a real estate agent. So many agents think they can stay in this business and not be willing to learn the technical skills and things required to be competent. Maintaining a license. Maintaining a license as a professional, so you sign on to represent other people, right? So we're the agents, we're the brokers, we're the middlemen. So we have to be well versed in the business that we're getting folks to sign on the dotted line on. And most of us, no matter how long you're in the business, don't even have enough patience to take your time with a client to allow them to sign at their own pace. We want to rush and get a client to sign a contract because you know you got to get ready to go, or you running late, or you tired of explaining things to them, whatever like that, or the price of the house is $50,000-$60,000 or whatever like that, and you want to rush the client. You cannot rush a client to sign a contract. All right, but anyway, go on. One of the most important requirements, if not the most important, in becoming a competent and successful real estate professional is the willingness and or the ability to learn how to understand the absolute importance of making the tough phone calls. Anybody got any comments on that? What did I just say?
You said competent and successful.
See what I mean? This is where you got to read.
Okay.
What did I just say?
Learn how to understand the person. Okay?
Learn how to understand the person,
Well, these phone calls, the person you're talking to on the phone.
the process.
Okay?
You got to learn how to understand. So you don't come in this business and get a license and say all of a sudden, I'm a good agent. No. You have to learn how to become a good agent. And it's not easy. There are agents out here who had a license for over 10, 15 years, and they're not good agents at all, from no stretch of the imagination. They're terrible agents. They have no business helping anyone buy anything. Oh, you know what I mean? Black Friday, they should be going the other direction. They should stay in bed. What is Black Friday?
The second biggest largest day after Thanksgiving.
The second biggest, largest day?
Shopping day.
Shopping day. How big is it? 24 hours, same size. What looks so big? So the ladies know what Black Friday is. They like to go shopping. All right? We laugh at them. So it's very important. You don't want to just be an agent who's just an incompetent agent who's running around doing this business and really, you know, clients just, after each closing, your clients hate you at closing. Hate you. Wish they had never met you. And there are a lot of things you can do during the transaction, and it don't take much to get them there. You could cost a client $5 extra at closing, and then they'll hate you for life. And make sure that everybody they ever run into for the rest of their life, if your name ever comes up, it's mud. You know, so you're going to have some of those. Some of you are going to have more than others. Some of you are going to have a whole bunch of them. You know, there might be a line of them out there waiting for you down at the Board of Realtors. And it's only going to be because you're not taking the seriousness of the business. And you're not willing to learn how to be a competent agent. How can you become a competent agent? What's something you can do? Yes, ma'am.
Continue to learn.
Continue to learn.
Know the contract.
Know the contract. What does it mean to know the contract?
Know what it means. Know what you're reading.
And how do you know? How do
Be
you
able to explain it.
and how do you get to that point? How do you get there? How is it that if a client said my agent knows that contract versus my agent, he know about as much about that contract as I do, and I didn't even read it. So how do you get there? Keep reading the contract. Practice it. Any other way you can get there? Record yourself saying the contract. Are there any other ways to get to that ability besides studying? So there are other ways to get to becoming strong with the contract and studying it. What are some ways?
Some of the ways is you need to, not only should you just read what the contract says, but you need to understand how it applies to the client so that when, because...
That's still part of studying it though. My question is there any other way to get competent with the contract other than studying the contract?
Making a video like you did the other day.
That's part of studying the contract. Let me answer the question. No. There are no other ways. You know, there's only one way to get strong with the contract, and that's to study the contract. Whether you read it to yourself, you read it in front of a camera, you read it at lunchtime, you role playing it, whatever you got to do. That contract has to be very important to you. And most of us don't take it serious. We think we can read it one time, and we don't. You know, we want to wait till a client get in front of us, and then and fake it and fumble through it. It's not good. It's so easy to determine who can or who does or who don't know the contract. That's so easy. It's easy. I can show you how weak you are with a contract anytime I want to. Anytime, anybody. You know, since I've been in this company, I've had I'm a raisin. You know, I ain't gonna raise it up. Y'all always want some money. Lord have mercy, what's wrong with you? I offered $100 to any agent in this company for the last 5 years that can come to me and explain the contract to me, and nobody can do it. Nobody can do it. Everybody that comes to me fail. Why is that?
They don't know it that well.
They don't know it that well. That's number one. Why is that? Because I'm an asshole. What did you say? How much I owe you? How much I owe you? You said $100. That's true though. But the thing is, why is it that people like Mr. Goodman, all my veterans, are afraid to come to me and get $100? Why is that? Why? I'm not changing the contract. I'm not going to, I can't, I'm as you get the forms, you bring them to me, and just explain them to me. Why are they afraid of me? Marlon, you're a veteran.
I can't do
Did you pass or fail?
Bill.
How bad? First,
I ain't want to do that.
miserable, right?
Miserable, yeah.
Couldn't even get to the first page.
That was like a year ago. A year and a half ago.
A year ago. You ready?
Oh, no.
A year and a half ago, he still ain't ready. Why is he not ready? Huh? Lack of confidence?
I'm ready, but it's like, be honest though.
Be honest.
I'm ready, but it's like, no matter what you bring at him, it's like, it's wrong.
Come on, Marlon. Sit up here.
Kim, you said it would be this way.
I didn't think it was gonna be this way.
Come on, Marlon. Come on, man. I'm going to show y'all something. Real easy. Real easy. I can go to any floor. Come on, man. Oh, you want to stay right there? Okay, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions.
I was going to ask for the contract.
No, you don't need them. Oh, you want the contract?
We'll read it today. Wait.
Okay. And all I want you to do is explain the paragraph to me. All right? Y'all tell me if he's right or if he's wrong. Okay? Okay, that's my lunch. Okay, consumer CDIF. CDIF. Number 9. You know what it is?
Nah, number 9.
Okay, well, let me help you. I'm already helping you. Okay. Flood, hazard areas, and flood insurance. What does that paragraph say to the client?
Flood hazard and flood insurance. Say it again now.
See? Help me again. I gotta read it again, right? Flood hazard areas and flood insurance.
Well, going by the it's saying that in some areas might be.
Excuse me?
Well, I was just,
You next?
I was coaching.
No coaching. No coaching necessary. Come on, man. Tell me what this paragraph says.
It says some properties might be in.
Okay, wait, there you go. Okay, what else?
And if so, you know, the lender got to give you home, whatever, flood insurance, hazard insurance. What?
Is that your answer? Seriously.
Yeah, what that paragraph was trying to say.
Right here. See how I think that paragraph is? Tell me about the paragraph.
It says flood insurance. It says,
We know flood insurance may be required anyway. We understand that. What does this paragraph say?
I mean, that like.
Come in. Come in. Come in. Please, sir. Please come up here. Y'all heard his answer, right? Now I'm going to let him read the paragraph to you, and you tell me how close he was to it. Come on, man. One of them get to at least read it. Okay, now I want you to read this paragraph to the people. And y'all heard his answer, right? You heard his answer, right? Okay, now just read the paragraph to him. So this is y'all problem. You don't want to read nothing. Just read what the words. Read the paragraph number 9. What does it say? Read it out loud. Slowly.
Property damage nationwide from flooding totals.
Yeah, right.
Flood hazard areas and flood insurance. Property damage nationwide from flooding totals over $1 billion every day.
Hold on. What did he just say? What did he just say?
$1 billion, it comes to $1 billion per day, every day. So that's why.
Would you read the paragraph? What did he say?
Property damage nationwide from flooding totals over $1 million every day.
How much?
$1 billion every day. I hear you.
What did he just say?
You need flood insurance.
No, that's not what he said. What did he just say?
It's worth $1 billion flood damage every day.
What is the paragraph? Can you repeat the paragraph? What he just said?
It says flood insurance damage nationwide is over $1 billion a day.
Okay, go on.
Individuals and business owners can protect themselves from flood losses by purchasing flood insurance from most insurance companies, premiums of which are regulated through FEMA's FBMA's National Flood Insurance Program and FIP. That period.
What did you say? Now, was his answer? I mean, those were just the first 2 sentences. But the answer he gave me, did he cover any of that? Any of those words, FEMA, $1 billion? See, this is why you don't know the contract. And if you're gonna get me to sign this right here, I need to hear some of the. I need to, don't give me your own. You gotta read this paragraph and know some of this information is very important. Just tell your client some information like FEMA and $1 billion a day. You know what I mean? Flood, not just some homes require flood insurance. Let's go to the next one. Just stay right here. You did a wonderful job. Okay. Okay. Page 7 of 7, number 21. You know this one. Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous is supposed to state that it's been a while since I read this.
It's been a while. I understand.
It's just basically.
This man has sold over millions of dollars. This man has sold millions of dollars worth of real estate. You hear me? He has.
It kind of breaks down what you just got finished.
Exactly. All right, go to the third one. All right, I'll give you an easy one. You'll get this one right here. Okay, contingencies. 12C, number 2. Number 2.
This is dealing with property inspections.
Number 2.
Number
C2. Why? I don't understand. Why are you hollering answering that? You next. You're next.
Alright, so contingency property inspection number A is dealing with
C2, I said. Oh, you're trying to run down your memory. In front of your client?
now for my client, I'll be reading it to them.
Oh.
Read it upside down, like.
Okay, come on. Hurry. Look at move back.
I can't think of it.
Have a seat.
Termites.
Okay, there we go. Give a round of applause. You know what I'm saying, y'all?
Hey Jared, I got one thing to say
back.
though. One thing to say.
Yeah.
Like back to that hazardous with the now.
Flood insurance?
Yeah, explain it that way to me. See, like you're saying the same thing. As far as saying some properties are.
This is a rebuttal argument right here. Say again now?
But some properties are for flood.
Of course. That's it. That's the easy part. But it has nothing to do with what you have to realize when you get in the client. Some clients like to read. And they might look at that paragraph and say, I'm reading this right here. My agent talking about some damn little townhouse located in Butler. And I got to initial this. So there's a lot of information. You ready? You just helping? Oh, my bad. All right, come on, y'all. We having fun tonight. Anybody ready? Let me know. So anytime you think you're ready, little?
No.
Anytime you think you're ready, and you need $100, come on, talk to me. 3 questions in, 3 questions out. You know, and Marlon sold millions of dollars worth of real estate. You know what I'm saying? So you can be out here doing this business and having a ball with it, and still could be leaving yourself in a very dangerous position. So take the time out and study this contract and know this contract. The only reason that they need us in this business is to help them with the contract. We are the middleman. You know what I mean? We don't sell houses. Houses sell houses. All we do is open up the door. The client goes in. If they like the house, they say, you know what? I like this house. What do I got to do? You say, well, let's go to the office and let me write a contract. And then I'll take the contract and I'll present it to the owner of the house's agent. Is that a word? You know what I'm saying? That's all we do. If they accept it, we got a deal. All we do after that is we just walk into the closing table. We're not that great. If all we got to do is know this, then why are we so lackadaisical about knowing it? Because we just bring in our old way of doing things, our old lifestyle into somebody else's business. And there's some agents in this business who will look at you and be like, why are they in this business? This is not for them. See you come and be like, damn, I hope I get another contract because I don't want to work with this fool right here. Look at him. Look at his card. You know what I mean? You may have a good contract, but see, you got to realize something. You know, you have to make a decision that you're going to bring something to this business. Real estate has been around for a long time. And when they invented it, you were not included in that. You were not supposed to be involved in this business. So why come into this business and do it in a way that they say you're supposed to do it? Why you can't be better than them? Because it ain't that difficult. All right, moving on. In the real estate business, or any profession, where one is charged with the responsibility of communicating and managing the details of business transactions, brokerage, which is what we do, a higher level of what one is willing to do is necessary. You cannot do this business the way you do your laundry. You cannot do this business the way you do your checking account. You cannot do this business the way you go to an ATM machine and looking around, make sure nobody don't see a little small ass deposit you got in there. You know, you can't do other folks' business like you do your business. Not if you're going to get a license and come out into the public and represent people. That's crazy. You know, you cannot do this business the way you did getting your real estate license. You know what I mean? And some of us just, man, shit, you know what I'm saying? If the test had one more question, most of us would not be sitting here right now. You know what I mean? No, that test. What test? That's not a test. If it was in Japanese, how many of you would be sitting here right now? Why would you be sitting here? You'll learn Japanese, but you won't learn the damn part. Come here. Come here. Let me give you this one. I'll give you one. I'll give you easy. No, she's pretty good. She might get this.
Before you
Should I continue on?
what page is that?
Page 303, CDIF. You ready? Okay, it's an easy one. Number 30.
No.
Okay. Wichita. Okay. So we gotta search for a higher willingness to do what's necessary. What's necessary is a word in here, and requirements. You know, some of us are like kind of young, like, you know, we don't have any 18, 19-year-olds in here, right? We're like 25 and up, right? You know what I mean? Don't think you got a whole lot of time to make it in this country right here. There's a lot of money in this country. This is the wealthiest country in the world, and everybody here because a lot of Asians are like, I want to make more money. You know what I mean? The only thing you're going to end up making is more money maybe than you make at Burger King. Maybe. That's if you run enough errands for me. But that's about all you're going to do if you don't get serious about what it is that you're going to do in business. A brokerage. We're the middleman. You got to find something within yourself to motivate you to step up your willingness to do what's necessary. You know what I mean? Not a whole lot of lip service. You see, because if you're going to talk it, you got to be able to walk it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because a whole lot of folks, you can go to a basketball court anywhere in the country. Every brother on the court talking how much smack, how good he is with a ball and everything. Ain't it, Marlon? Every last one of them. You can get in an argument. I bet they argue with midgets. Tell what they gonna do to me. I'm like, man, you ain't even. What's that, Mom? You a midget. You know what I'm saying? And what you gonna do? You gonna for some money? Oh, that man. How much you gonna play for? A midget. That was like Jessica Weird. Jessica Weird. So. That's a joke. So everybody talking a lot of smack. You know, one of the things on my wall is that you talk a good game. Because we all do. We can all talk a good game. But those that can back it up, you can back it up, the results will be self-evident in what areas in your life. In your performance?
All areas.
Give me some examples. Give me one. I mean, things we don't have right now.
Money.
Money. Exactly. When you bring the game up, everything else in your life is gonna come up too. The vehicles you drive, the amount of money you deposit. You start depositing more than you withdrawing. You know what I'm saying? You be making withdrawal and deposits. You see what I'm saying? So some of us so busy taking withdrawals out, we don't know what a deposit is. Get a check, you ain't depositing nothing. You're cashing that check. You know what I'm saying? Every check you get, you cashing it. Every check you get, you cashing it. That's a problem. You know what I mean? That's living from paycheck to paycheck. And everybody does it. Except who? Except who? Besides me. Besides who? I mean, who's not doing that in this country? Millionaires. People that got money. You know what I'm saying? And why are they doing that and we doing this?
They learn something.
Because they studied, learned something better than everybody else did, so they can get up there and do whatever they got to do. Because you got to come to them now, right? Because they are up there with the paperwork or the sheepskin or whatever, you know what I mean? And they know better, no smarter or anything than you. But they just made a decision to go ahead and finish doing something, you know what I mean? Cheating, whatever, but they getting it done, all right? So it's difficult for us to go to another level of willingness. You know, so you gotta find out something inside you that makes you willing to do more than you used to do. All right? Number 3, in the real estate business, a competent salesperson with any aspirations to be successful, whether they are conscious or, like most of us, unconscious to the realities, has no choice but to acquire the stomach for making the tough calls. You see, you got clients. Every time you get a client who thought about or thinking about buying a house, you need to get an immediate phone relationship with them and start building something right there. Because they tell you, most clients who call you about buying a house, buy a house within 30 days. Whether it's with you or they call me or some other agent. If they call me, I'm going to be on the phone with them immediately for the next few days to make sure. Because if there's a closing check somewhere around in 30 days, with this phone right here, I want it to be mine. So I'm going to talk to them and make that call, no matter how difficult it is, to dig into that situation, interview them for a long time, and find out when we can get together, how serious you are. Because if you're serious about buying a house and going to closing, I want to be there at the closing table with you and telling them to check, mail it. Oh no, I'll pick it up. You ain't got to mail it. I'll be here tomorrow. And I want 100 checks every month. And then when I get 100 checks every month, then I want 100 more checks every month. So, clients. You know, we get a client or a referral or something. We like, you call them, oh, no, I ain't calling today. I'm going to call them when I get home from work today. Or I'm going to call them Saturday when I think they're home. You know what I mean? You know, you see somebody out, you know, and they say, hey, give me a call. Okay. I'm going to call you. The tape's over. Give me a call. You know, the tape's over. Is the tape over? How much time I got left?
It's not.
So, hello, young lady.
1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we gotta stop there. Oh, let's pause then.
Okay, give me the pull
Can you
your
change the
chair.
tape?
No.
No. Can you? Okay, I'll change it. What's your name, young lady?
Marsha?
Marsha?
I
Yes.
told her to come in. This is my
Come on
friend.
in. Let's,
Okay.
Marsha, everybody, say hello, Marsha.
Hi.
Marsha. Come on in, Marsha. I'm gonna stop the tape and put the other one in because Kim Little can't